What's going on? It's Miguel, aka SalesFunnelGod, and I am right back at it, going through the comments, and I've gotten another question that I immediately wanted to make a video on because I think it could be really impactful for any sort of sales funnels that you potentially do in the future. But as far as online business is concerned in general, this is going to be something that impacts everything that you do because this is directly contributing to the sales that you are making. So, what is it that I'm talking about? You may have seen a video that I made previously called How to Make Six Figures with a Pen, and I was talking about copywriting. That is what I'm going to be talking about today. I got a question in the comments, and as you know, I use your guys' comments to make the topics of my videos. So today's comment comes from Chai Jagaralamudi. I definitely butchered your name, my bad, bro. Anyways, you said, yo, I appreciate the video, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. Can you make a video on copyright? You mean copywriting? I know that copyright, you mean copywriting, is a major part on any ad in general. All right. Rule number one, make sure, I'm sorry if English isn't your first language, but if you're going to be writing copy to people who speak English, you got to make sure your grammar is solid. I misspell things sometimes, but at the very least, make sure the sentence structure is proper. All right, so a major part of any ad in general, and it's something I need to personally work on. I hope you can make a video like that. And your hopes have come true because I am going to make a video on it. I'm going to give you 7 tips that you can use starting today that will immediately impact your copywriting ability and will potentially help you make 6 figures or more. I heard this one guy, he's on an episode of Leaders Create Leaders, and he makes 7 figures writing copy for like the business businesses you can possibly think of, like Procter & Gamble, shit like that. So that should let you know copywriting is very important, and if you master this skill, you can stand to make a lot of money. So the 7 killer copywriting tactics that will make you a shitload of money. I doubt that's going to be the title, but that is rule number 1, is have a killer ass headline. For the most part, when it comes to any sort of sales page, the headline is going to be the main thing that you are split testing, because nowadays our attention spans are so short that a lot of times the headline is all we read. We read the headline, we watch the video sales letter, aka the VSL, and then we make our decision based off of the bonuses that are on there. That's just the way people buy. Knowing that is going to make your job as a copywriter a lot easier because you know what to focus on. So the main thing you should be focusing on is making sure you have a solid headline. Figure out what works best and use it to the best of your ability. Now, the second killer secret, I forgot the headline already. The second thing is to have bullet points. Like I said, this goes back to the whole idea of us not having that much attention span. A lot of people will just go through the bullet points because they assume the bulk of the information is inside of there. So use bullet points to put your most impactful information in there, and you will see a lot of amazing things happen because that is where you can do majority of your selling. Third secret that you can use so that you can start making a lot of money. Can you guess what the third secret is? If you haven't guessed yet, I'll just tell you. The third secret is to use the word you as much as possible. Y-O-U. It doesn't even sound like a word anymore. I've said it so much. But you want to use that word. You want to use that word as much as possible. My mind is starting to get confused at this point. The reason for that is because we're all narcissistic by nature. We care about what's going on with ourselves. So once you use the word you, it turns from you selling to a large group of people to you talking directly to one person. It makes that person feel individualized. It makes them feel special. It makes them feel like you're speaking to them instead of to a large crowd. And it makes your copy much more impactful. Now, fourth secret for copywriting. This is less of a copywriting tactic in general, more of something that will make you better. Find sales pages that are already doing well. It can be some of the old ones that were made by the greats, or some new ones that you find on ClickBank. I've shown on this page how to find the best-selling sales pages on ClickBank. Find really good sales pages and copy those pages by hand. Literally get a notebook, fill it up with sales pages that you've copied by hand. Proven sales pages, not bad ones. You will start to internalize the copy and start to internalize the sales structure that they are using in order to, and then you will subconsciously start applying that to your own copy. I think I'm on step number 5. All right. Yeah, hopefully I'm on step number 5. I haven't outlined this. This is all off the dome right now. I'm freestyling to you, bro. All right. So the 5th secret is, the 5th secret is to keep all of your sentences as simple as possible. Don't go above maybe a 4th grade level. You want to get like some snappy words in there, like the word snappy. You want to get some snappy words in there that'll catch their attention every now and then, but don't start using really big words, because it's going to do one of two things. Either they're not going to understand it, or they're going to think that you think you're really smart and it's just going to turn them off, and then they're not going to want to buy from you. You don't want to do either one of those things. You want to use very simple words that get your point across, but make sure that they are impactful. Make sure they are strong and powerful. Be like, you want confidence. You want love. Shit like that. Now, the 6th secret for masterful copywriting is to focus on the benefits. There's an age-old saying for sales in general: features tell, benefits sell. Don't talk about the features. A feature is something like this LaCroix. It comes in a nice can. It tastes refreshing. It has low calories. Now, what are benefits for all of those? It comes in a can, so it doesn't have to take up a lot of space. That's a benefit. The space part. It actually tastes good in comparison to other sort of seltzer waters. That's a benefit. It actually tastes good. I won't have to deal with some nasty tasting thing. And lastly, the low calorie one, it won't make you fat, and you'll still be able to enjoy a nice beverage. These are benefits. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind, a little side note, we can call this rule. Oh, damn, I forgot the number. You might end up getting an extra tip in there, because I can't keep track of the number I'm on. So let's call this 5.5. So rule 5.5 is that you want to make sure that your benefits are geared towards where they are at mentally. You know what? Fuck that. We're calling it number 6. Make sure you are speaking from where their frame of mind is. What do I mean by that? I mean, you're going to have to speak directly to the buyer in terms that relate to what they are going through. What I mean by that is you're not going to be talking to an 8-year-old guy who wants to get buff because he's trying to smash as many girls as possible, the same way that you would talk to a girl who is very anxious about life and is just trying to find her way and find herself. She's a very spiritual person. You're not going to talk to those same people the same way. If say you're selling the same product, you're not going to talk to them the same exact way, because their mind frames are completely different. So make sure that your copy is resonating with the person that you are selling to. Now, key number 7. Key number 7 is make sure that you only have one call to action. What is a call to action? It is what you want them to do. This is probably the most important thing. So, if it is an email and your main goal is to get them to to click a link that will take them to a sales page, that is your only goal. You want them to click that link. You want to get the click-through rate up as high as possible. So everything in that email should be directed towards making them do that one thing. Nothing else. Nothing else. That you're not telling them to follow you on anything. You're not telling them to do any sort of crap. The one call to action is to click that damn link. Now, secret key number 8 is to make sure that you don't have any large blocks of text. A lot of people write copy and they have these long bodies of text, and it just becomes so intimidating to the reader. I'm personally one of them. Hey guys, little tip for DMing me for all the people who like to send me messages asking for any sort of advice. If you have a lot to say, break it up into multiple messages. For the love of God. Anytime I see a wall of text, I look at it and I completely exit it. I'm just like any other buyer. Like this stuff, just because you know about marketing doesn't mean that none of it applies to you. You are able to make, I'm going off on a tangent a little bit, but I need to say this. You are able to make much smarter decisions if you know about this sort of stuff, but it still applies to you. So I'm the same exact way. The second I see a large block of text, I exit it. Stay away from large block of text. I would say keep it three rows of text and under. Try your absolute best to do that, and watch as your reader goes through it. Speaking of going through it, the secret key number 8 is the purpose of every single line is to get them to go to the next line. I've talked about this in a different video, but it's worth repeating. Going back to that whole speaking of 4th grade level, it's worth repeating. Your whole purpose for every single line is just to get them to read that next line. So the headline is to get them to read the next line or watch the video or click the button, whatever is directly under that. And then that first line is to get them to read the second line. Second line's point is to get them to read the third line. That is what the purpose of every single line of copy is for. The second you internalize that and you keep that in mind, you will notice how much your copy improves. That was rule number 8. I'm trying to keep track of this, but I have a feeling, wait a second, I was only supposed to do 7. So I gave you 8. You're welcome. I'm pretty sure that actually came up to 9. I kind of sped through this one. Maybe this isn't a video you want to watch at double speed because I was talking a bit fast. It's probably because I'm a little tired, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you keep these things in mind, this can honestly change the game for you. Copywriting is big. The main thing I'm focusing on, other than the whole strategy of how it is that I'm selling things, is the copy. I'm looking at what words they're going to be looking at, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm using certain psychological tactics in order to make them want to buy something. Marketing is just a psychology game. You can look at it in a negative view if you want. I see it as it's sales. I'm trying to persuade someone to buy something, and in order to do that, I have to use copy. So I'm going to use everything I can possibly use that's in my arsenal, and psychology and copywriting is in my arsenal. So take this tool, take this secret weapon of sales and psychology, use it, make a lot of money. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you would like to see in the video, comment below. Let me know what it is that you want to see. Obviously, I will make a video on it if it's a dope question. So after you do that, subscribe, like the video. Once again, thank you for watching, and peace.